Welcome to the Teesside University Student Union vodcast. Here we are again, the start of another academic year. The summer goes really fast. It comes round very, very quickly. I'm once again joined by our wonderful presidents. How are you all? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good, yeah. I'm good. You know, excited to be back as ever, which is nice. You guys ready to kind of get into the fold and get things moving? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? Have you had a good summer?
Yeah, definitely. I had a good summer.
Now, I hope you're going to say you've done lots of work and you're ready to start doing loads of great stuff for the students. That's it? It wasn't just all beaches and holidays, was it?
I would like to say I enjoyed lots in my summer. I went to lots of SUs around the UK. I went to Sunderland SU.
Yeah.
I went to Leeds. I went to Birmingham. And I learned a lot in the different SUs. I was connecting to the different sabbatical officers. I was learning from them, and I expressed my campaigns to them, and they said something, and I was improving my campaigns from their point of views, from their initiatives.
So getting more feedback on what you're doing. So your portfolio is international, isn't it, Ganesh? That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
correct. We didn't do that first, did we? So we should do that. You're Ganesh, and you are an international president. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So did you get a lot of good feedback and good help from the other SUs?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you've had lots of training in terms of how the student union work and things like that.
Firstly, we went to Sunderland SU. We met Steve there. He helped, not only me, as my fellow sabbatical officers too. His guidance definitely helped me, like what I'm doing now, and if I went to Board of Governors, like what should I ask there, like what do I need to mention. He helped me a lot. I personally say thanks to this Steve, who is a trainee in Sunderland SU.
Good, but you got a good contact to know for the future. So, you know, not only did you get lots of training, but you got some decent contacts.
Yeah.
That's good. It sounds like you've been very busy.
My name is Dorapally. I'm the president of education currently at Teesside. So my summer began with, the holiday spot with India. I'm just vacated last month before I went to the India for 20 days holiday.
20 days?
Yeah, 20
That's
days.
a long holiday.
Yeah. And then come back, I charged my as officer post. Yeah, it's quite 1.5 months. It's already passed. Yeah.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it goes
days
fast.
are going very fast.
Yeah. It only gets faster as well. Once the students, because obviously we're in summer, and obviously we have had students in, because you know we're at university, it's open all year round, and obviously we have students that are doing masters, we have nursing students, all these other people, apprenticeships, everything. But obviously we know that the influx happens in September, don't we?
Yeah.
We know that's when everything kind of steps up a little bit, as we get people from all over the UK and all over the world turning up to study at Teesside, which obviously got voted number 1 by the Daily Mail for University of the Year, which is really, really good. It's a very good, prestigious thing, which must be helpful for you guys when you're talking to either prospective students or fellow students or people that come to see you. It must be handy to know that you've got some plaudits and the university's done some good things, that it's got good recognition.
Yes.
So do you find that kind of helpful when they do things like that? When it's actually recognised how good the university is?
When we are communicating with the students, they are giving some feedbacks. They are telling some problems what they have. So we are solving their problems, and we happy ourselves, right? First, we are very great to helping someone. We are in one of the prestigious positions, so we need to help always. Yeah, that is a great thing.
Well, that's one of the big things about the SU, isn't it? It's there to help students. Clinton, you're president for Wellbeing, as I've been corrected once. So, obviously you've also gone around with these guys, visited some different SUs. What's your main priorities starting for the September? We've got new students coming in. What kind of campaigns are you looking at? Where do you see yourself going with things, and what are your intentions for the first start of the academic year?
I'll say particularly I'm looking to organizing more sports events. I'm looking into student engagement in sports, and it has been very trying times for us as well. We step into the SU, and there's been a lot of activities going on. We have students complaining particularly in regards to academic misconduct with AI. So this school that Teesside University operates the AMBER traffic light system,
it does, yeah.
which the green light stands for you're allowed to use AI in the module. but the red lights you're not allowed to use. It's definitely a no. It's a no.
Yes, it's an absolute blanket no, isn't it?
I think students are finding it difficult to understand this system, especially those international students coming in from various parts of the world, So what we're trying to do is we're working with the school itself. We're working with Anne, who is the head of digital and AI innovation. We're having a back and forth email with her to see how we can work around campaigns to create awareness on the proper use of AI, because it's very important for students to use AI, but using it the right way is imperative as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, AI, when we had Professor Simpson on, when we had Mark joining us before, he talked at length about AI and the uses of AI. And, it's a thing that's happening. So it's something that needs to be embraced. But you're right, there is still this confusion. And it's not just at Teesside. I mean, Teesside's got a very robust system now, or it's getting a very robust system, with the traffic lights, whereas some universities they're not that far on yet. They're still struggling with the first part. So the fact that we're now starting to look at problems that have been caused by it and trying to find fixes, I think is really important, because it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's changing people's lives, and people need to learn how to use it to the best ability and to know what they can do with it within the academic regulations. I think is the thing there, isn't it? It's one of the key things, because without that understanding, well, obviously people are going to make mistakes. So it's about educating properly, isn't it, to find out what do you know, what don't you know, and what can we do to ensure that you understand how it all works together. So that's one of your big areas for the start of the year, is it then?
Yeah, and we also have other campaigns lined up, but they're still underdeveloped, and this is because we're working tirelessly to ensure that we gather enough resources from other sabbatical officers across the UK, and we're also leveraging the expertise from SU staff and Teesside University staff as well. Most importantly, we're trying to gather enough feedbacks from students as well.
It sounds like you've had a lot going on, It does sound very busy. With all your travelling and the things that you're working on, it sounds like you guys have been very, very busy, which, I think is really great, because obviously you're networking, you're connecting, you're out there and you're doing the things, and the students want to know. I mean, you guys were voted in, and students want to know that the people that are voted in are doing the things that they need them to do. So the fact that you are being that busy is really, really good. But it does bring us, like I said, I keep mentioning this, the students are all going to come back. Freshers is always a good time. You guys have all been here at Freshers before, because you're obviously students before you're sabbatical officers. Are you looking forward to seeing all the fresh faces and everybody turning up with that kind of... There is a buzz in the air whenever Freshers comes round, there's always a little bit of electricity and excitement.
We're excited to see the Freshers.
With new ideas,
It's good, isn't it? Obviously, some of us have been here a while. We don't say how long because it shows our age, but some of us have been around a little bit. And even now, I still get excited by the prospect of, but there's new ideas, there's new people, there's new thinking, innovation, and there's just so much... It's just a very positive energy, I think at the very start of the year, there's so much positive energy floating around from people just wide-eyed and trying to embrace it all. And there's a lot to learn. If you've just come into university, there's a lot to learn. And it can create problems. We've had it before. People can get homesick, people can find themselves a little bit isolated, and we have a lot of stuff going on at Freshers. But one thing that we do as well is that throughout the entire major weeks that we're there, we will always have people on hand to do advice and guidance and that kind of stuff. So that if people are struggling a little bit, they can come and speak to somebody in the SU who at least can point them in the right direction of where they need to go. And I think that's a key thing. You guys, I assume, are going to be out and about at Freshers. Is that right? You're going to be doing some bits and pieces?
Yeah, we're going to be outside. Like I said, we're going to be gathering feedback from students. We're going to be listening to the freshers as well, the new students coming in, because we know they are coming in with new ideas, which could be really very helpful to us in developing our campaigns as well.
It's key, isn't it? Yeah. You've got to listen to the new students to find out, because each year it can change slightly, what the students need, what legislation has changes, what university regulations have changes, and all these things happen. So, the demographic of students can change significantly over time, and it can change year to year depending on what's happened or what courses are running. There's always different things. So, yeah, I think to get the voice of the students, when they're first coming in, I think it's a really good idea, because then at least you can get that straight away, can't you? And you know what you're working with for the year. But Freshers isn't just about supporting students. Well, it is about supporting students, but come on, everybody knows what else Freshers is about. There's a few things going on at the SU. Obviously, on the 14th of September, there's the moving in party. Are you guys around for that? Because that's when... Look at that. That's what I was talking about.
Excitement, really.
It's always, like I said, there's always things that are going on. The Monday on Freshers, it's like I said, we've got the advice, but that's a lot of people come for like the discounts and the activities and stuff, don't they? If you guys remember when you first turned up, there was that first day where you kind of go around and there's all the freshers stalls and there's all the stuff going on campus, and it always just feels very, very alive. So that's on the 15th, which is the Monday. Societies on the 16th. Are you guys around for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be there.
Yeah? Are you going to be doing stuff with societies this year, as well as, working, obviously?
Yeah, we are working with societies, with clubs.
Yeah, you're going to keep yourself very busy with societies. I bet you will be.
Yeah.
We've got the mega quiz on the 17th. Now, it's mega because it's massive. £100 grand prize.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not to be sniffed at, that, is it? That's good. We like that. And then what a beautiful way to start your academic career, by winning a quiz and winning £100. I think that's a really good shout. So it's something that, everybody can get down for that and enjoy it. We've got loads of stuff going on, though. There's bongos, bingos, which has got the student special. There's karaoke. I'm going to tell you my particular one that I always look forward to in Freshers, which is the house plant sale. And I know it's not quite as exciting as, say, the moving in party, but I think get yourself a couple of house plants, brighten up the office, brighten up your home, brighten up where you live in, all that kind of stuff. I just think for me it's really nice. They don't always live as long as I'd like them to in my office, but I do try to make them work. But you guys are going to be busy that week. You're going to be out. Definitely, are you going to be doing stalls as well as talking to students? Is that what's going to be happening?
Yeah, we're planning freshers are coming in the next week, right? So we are available on the SU. So we meet the students and we communicate with the students, and they don't know the red light system, right? How is it going on, right? Assessment like this. We need to aware of students. We're going to start our campaign on that day. Day one.
They're on day one. So you're going to start straight away as soon as you've got people in, you're going to be starting it. No, that sounds really, really good. But like I said, it's a very exciting time. I think
it's a good time to catch them young,
yes,
and introduce them to other societies and what the school has to offer.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, isn't it? You can actually talk to them when they want to take it in, but like we keep saying, when you first arrive, you're very much wanting to do everything, aren't you? I think if you can give you guys some feedback straight away, that's brilliant.
We have to groom them initially, so they can.
Yeah. And once they start doing it, you're right. Once they get in the habit of giving you guys feedback, it makes it a bit easier. Oh, well, that happened in Freshers. Similar kind of thing again. You can use that as well, can't you? Yeah. Sounds like you're going to have a busy year, or at least a busy first start. Lots to do, which is always exciting. Lots to learn, I guess. Do you find that you've had quite a big learning curve? Is there lots of things that you either didn't know or that you thought you knew which have changed? How does that work? Or are you just doing exactly what you thought you would be doing as officers?
Say for me, starting as a sabbatical officer at the SU, I thought to just be meeting with students and the SU staff, but it's more than just the SU. We get to represent students in the Board of Academics and the Board of Governors meeting as well. So but luckily for us, unfortunately for us, we have amazing SU staff members who are always there to put us in the right track when we're going astray.
That's really good. Yeah. So there's quite a lot to learn, but you're still enjoying the learning process and doing the whole thing. Same with you guys, yeah?
Yeah, for me, initially I came as a normal student, then I became a sabbatical officer.
Yeah.
That's really boost for me.
Yeah.
Then later I got to know that I was also part of Board of Governors. That's a big cap for me. Yeah. Then later, before getting a graduate degree, I attended for a graduation ceremony. That's really, I never expected that, and I will never ever forget that moment. I'm really grateful for Teesside University.
Yeah, that was quite helpful. The graduation ceremony, it was like a wonderful opportunity for us to get to meet. It was not just, especially the graduation dinner, it was not just about eating, It was a time for us to also dialogue and meet with the school authorities one-to-one, have that non-formal discussion.
Yes, so that kind of more relaxed.
Yeah, more relaxed.
And in celebration, it's very different in graduation, isn't it? Because everybody's celebrating the hard work that the students have done. So you guys actually got to experience that from a slightly different angle, didn't you?
Different angle, different perspective. That's really great.
Yeah, another good experience.
Yeah, that's really good.
Absolutely, that's brilliant.
When we are walking into the stage, a little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous.
Yeah, a little bit nervous. Then after a few seconds, a few minutes, okay, relax.
Yeah.
Then we enjoy.
Calm down.
Calm down, and we enjoy ourselves to watch them. A lot of students, they work hard and they get their result as passed out as a graduate, successfully. So it's a great opportunity to
Yeah, it is.
see very closely.
It is, yeah. It's part and parcel. For a lot of students, they're just starting on that journey in September. You guys have already seen them at the other end of it, and you get to take this next academic year with the ones that you're going to see this year. So that's quite good. You tend to have like your cohorts and your years. So yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to be amazing. It's going to be lovely having you around. I'm going to see you about. I know loads of students are going to see you around. And obviously they can always find you in the SU and they can get in touch. If people do need information on Freshers at all, we've got the Freshers mini site. If you go through the SU website, you'll be able to click on it and that'll give you all the information about Freshers, what's going on, how to contact us, everything that's happening, everything will be on there.